The return of my Coin Lady channel brings me much joy. In the cryptocurrency market, we have been seeing some huge shifts since the election started. Remember how I said this? The entire market has been seeing a huge upheaval since November 5th. This phenomenon is being referred to as the Trump effect by certain industry figures, such as Brad Garlinghouse. And I absolutely believe that what we are seeing is only the start of it. It is my firm belief that the latter half of this year will witness considerably more substantial shifts. Keep in mind that we're still in our early stages. Right now, on January 8, 2025, we are still in the early stages of the year, so there is a lot to think about and prepare for. At the same time, Ripple, XRP, and XRP holders are experiencing some major changes in the US market. Within the market as a whole, we are still making cuts. That front is still mostly unchanged. We are merely patiently anticipating the formation of price movement. There have been some decent increases over the past week, but most of them have been nothing more than large recoveries from previous lows. We'd want to see breakouts in all markets, but notably Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, and we're still waiting for most of them to have good price action on a 24-hour time frame. However, let's be honest, the market is likely to be dull till then. However, aside from this, Brad Garlinghouse has been discussing Trump for some time. His remarks about Trump's victory date back to November 6th, when he congratulated Trump on the election and offered some advice on what he wants to see now. However, nothing substantial has happened so far, and Trump's official inauguration is on the 20th. I think some major changes are going to occur in the area starting on the 20th. But thus far, as we begin to usher in that January 20th date, we have been watching a tremendous effect on the global markets. Now we also have November 7th over here. In addition to acknowledging the XRP family's patience and unfaltering support, Brad Garlinghouse offered some comments on the potential impact of the Trump government on crypto. In essence, all he's trying to imply is that the SEC has consistently acted as a major roadblock, correct? When it comes to restraining price movement, they've been a major player. I also think that's crystal clear. That has been my belief ever since the election, when it became rather apparent to everyone that, well, guess what? After hearing that Gary Gensler is leaving, the market takes a sharp turn for the better. Just hearing that Donald Trump had won the president sent XRP soaring from below $1 to nearly $3 in an instant. Since then, speculation has been rampant. So, you know what? Suddenly, Gary Gensler is no longer with us. Soon, Gary Gensler will no longer be among us. Needless to say, that was confirmed on January 20th. Thus, much remains to be anticipated. The SEC, though, is going away soon. By that, I mean the elimination of this anti-SEC. The entire resistance to XRP and Ripple will be wiped out by this anti-crypto SEC. That's going away, and in its place will be a pro-crypto SEC that will make it possible for Ripple and similar companies to use technologies like the XRP ledger and XRP in the US. I think that's where the US adoption of Ripple and XRP will begin. To the XRP family and all of crypto's friends, I hope you have a happy new year. Just so you know, I read this somewhere previously, but here's a brief rundown of what's happening. First, there's going to be a welcoming of the Pro-Crypto Congress. Then there's going to be more momentum and an increase in focus on real-world value, right? We are in the 119th Congress. This one is significant, all right. When asked to react, let's get to work, Jeremy Hogan really did it. Correct on target. It is crypto-friendly legislation. The legislation won't just appear out of thin air, sorry legislature. We must all be engaged in the process to eliminate fraud and risk as much as possible, while simultaneously making sure that the regulations passed are practical for the sector. Furthermore, isn't this a must-have? We just received this, which was quite an announcement, wasn't it? Substantially over 2 million views, with around 30,000 likes. A large number of people obviously watched this. This, totally went off the rails. The result of this, you remember, was the Trump rally, didn't you? You might say this was Brad Garlinghouse' way of confirming that the Trump bull market has arrived in 2025. It was clear that Ripple was already undergoing all of these major changes. A quarter of the waves are here. Their headquarters are now in the United States, and they closed more agreements in the final quarter of 2024 than in the previous quarter. The positive reinforcement on these companies that we are now witnessing simply because Trump is in office is crazy to me. By the way, CEO Hunter Horsley says that Trump's administration may unfreeze mergers and acquisitions, which could transform the crypto industry. If this happens now, the US will have to start backing crypto. I think Trump is going to have a major change of heart on Ripple and XRP. Furthermore, I think Trump has already. You may probably already see it on the right-hand side of my screen. The Chief Executive Officer of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, and the Chief Legal Officer, Stuart Alterady, were at a dinner with Donald Trump yesterday night. Thus, on the 6th they dined with the actual Donald Trump 2 days ago. Strong comments in the year 2025. Do you want to know what's been so absurd about this for the past few months, starting from the election? Unbeknownst to us, Ripple has deeper roots in the banking system. As of right now, Ripple is a household name in the cryptocurrency industry. Once again, I am speaking for myself when I say that I do not believe we are aggressive enough. I don't think our knowledge of what's happening behind the scenes is comprehensive. Oh, Ripple paid for this dinner, is something I hear quite a little. This dinner was purely for marketing purposes, you know. I have been studying, researching, and following Ripple for the last, 6-7 years, and we've seen it all. Now they're trying to pump XRP, so they can dump it. And this is the crazy stuff we keep seeing. We are supposed to sit here and think that Ripple is trying to pay for dinners with Donald Trump, so that they could pump XRP and dump it on the retail sector. After witnessing their meetings with the IMF, the BIS, the World Bank, central bankers, and announcing partnerships with some of the biggest banks, we should find this ridiculous. One of the biggest blockchain-based companies in this space is now footing the bill for dinners with the President of the US to pump XR. Seriously, how absurd does that sound? They've met with the world's largest banks and financial institutions, the ones who are essentially controlling our financial system. There has been a dramatic change in the market recently, and many people are discussing a fascinating new concept, a strategic XRP reserve. Appreciate you taking the time to view my video. Thank you for watching my channel and for subscribing. I will see you later.